This is on TV in a million places.
It's involving two of the biggest stars in Hollywood.
Oh, wow.
An unscripted joke, an unprecedented response at the Academy Awards.
Everybody's talking about this.
It's like your dentist wants to tell you what he thinks. I mean, when will it stop?
Will Smith slapping Chris Rock on Hollywood's biggest night.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
Almost a week later, everyone's still talking about it.
Why do you think it is so seemingly infinitely fascinating to people?
Just the fact that you have these two levels of stars in a physical confrontation on the stage during the biggest night of their industry that's broadcast around the world live, well, that's going to get a lot of eyeballs.
They say that you should plan for everything. I don't think that anybody planned for something like this to happen.
The 94th Academy Awards were supposed to be a return to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Then Chris Rock went off-prompter, joking about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
After initially laughing, Smith walked on stage and hit him.
Will Smith is getting up out of his chair to hit Chris Rock? Half an hour or 45 minutes before he's going to win Best Actor? Are you crazy? This can't be happening.
Pinkett Smith had recently shared her struggle with alopecia. A longtime friend of Chris Rock tells ABC News that Rock did not know about her condition.
My heart at that point was just in my stomach because of everything about it and what it represented and what it looked like and who was involved.
Will Packer led the first all-black production team for the Oscars. He spoke exclusively to my colleague, TJ Holmes.
The LAPD came and needed to talk to Chris. And so they came into my office and they were laying out very clearly what Chris's rights were. And they were saying, this is battery. We will go get him. We are prepared. We're prepared to get him right now. You can press charges. We can arrest him. As they were talking, Chris was, he was being very dismissive of those options. And they said, you know, would you like us to take any action? And he said no. He said no.
The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences said in a statement on Wednesday they asked Smith to leave, but he refused.
I said, Rock has made it clear that he does not want to make a bad situation worse. That was Chris's energy. I cannot speak for Chris. His tone was not retaliatory. His tone was not aggressive and angry.
A source familiar with the matter tells ABC News the final decision of whether Smith was going to be removed from the ceremony or not rested with the Academy. Smith, of course, stayed and went on to win Best Actor.
I want to be a vessel for love.
Tonight, Will Smith resigning from the Academy after facing a possible expulsion, saying in a statement, "I betrayed the trust of the Academy. I deprived other nominees and winners of their opportunity to celebrate and be celebrated for their extraordinary work. I am heartbroken." Rock is known for his sharp comic wit, poking fun at sacred cows and public figures, and Will and Jada Smith are no exception.
I was just reading something like, why do the Oscars, why do they have to make fun of any individual people? You're doing you're making it about the evening, about the movies, about the people in the audience. You're hiring the top comedians. And so you're watching it to see those kind of edgy jabs.
The Smiths have known the comedian for decades. As far back as 1997, Rock poked fun at Pinkett Smith on The Chris Rock Show.
Give that little sister some praise!
Taking a speech she made at the D.C. Million Women March and dubbing over it. She went on to appear in a later episode and seemed to laugh it off.
Now, you know what's cool? We did a bit on you with that.
I heard.
You at the Million Woman March.
In 2016, Rock, then hosting the 88th Oscars, taking a jab at Pinkett Smith's decision to boycott the show over a lack of diverse nominees.
Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
Which brings us to last week. Pinkett Smith had been vocal about the autoimmune disorder that causes her hair loss, sharing her story on Instagram and on her show, Red Table Talk.
It was terrifying when it first started. You know, I was in the shower one day and then just handfuls of hair just in my hands. And I was just like, oh my God, am I going bald?
It took hundreds of years of ridicule for natural black hair and a European defined version of what beauty is. She had to press through all of that to get dressed, to walk that red carpet, to sit in the front row in Hollywood with a shaved head. And what happens? The entire industry is laughing at her because of her hair. That's violence.
You're not suggesting that it justifies physical violence.
No, not at all. But it's important that we don't skip over that part, because if you skip over that part, you make Will appear highly irrational.
Is there anything off bounds in comedy? I don't think so. I think that the right comedian with the right intent can do any topic at all. But it has to have the right intent. If you're out to hurt, it's not funny.
The smack raising alarms in the comedy world at a time when some comics already feel they're under increased scrutiny for their jokes.
People in the audience need to take a breath and understand that the comedian is just doing their job. You know, they want us to be funny. They want us to be edgy. They want us to say things that nobody else is going to say, that people are thinking, but they wouldn't have the guts to say it, and then they get mad.
In a statement after the Oscars, Will Smith apologized, writing, "Violence in all its forms is poisonous and destructive. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally." On Wednesday night, fans flocked to Chris Rock's planned stand-up show in Boston.
Oh, we want to see what he's going to say,
right,
like everybody.
Right, like
We're anxious to see what he's going to say.
And be the first ones to hear it.
Rock didn't address the slap in detail.
How was your weekend? I don't have like a bunch of about what happened. I'm still kind of processing what happened, so at some point I'll talk about this.
I think he's still reeling. I think he's still emotionally not there. You know, comedy is tragedy plus time. There has not been enough time.
Smith, for decades, cultivated a wholesome image that went back to the 80s.
You know, he didn't like to curse in his raps because he didn't want to offend his grandmother. Remember, this is the rise of gangster rap. And so there's a lot of conversations about sleeping around with a lot of women, guns, violence, a lot of money, fast cars. Will didn't write about those things.
From rapping lighthearted hits as The Fresh Prince with Parents Just Don't Understand,
there's no need to argue, parents just don't understand,
to playing that wisecracking West Philly persona in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That role helped propel him to stardom.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days.
He was the hero in blockbusters like Independence Day.
Welcome to Earth.
And Men in Black.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
Will Smith has generated just, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in box office. He can carry your movie because he can do it all.
Can we make it?
We ain't come this far.
His wife, a star in her own right, known for films like The Matrix Reloaded.
Where did you hide?
Where the sun don't shine.
And Girls Trip.
Will and Jada have been what we now see a lot in social media, #couple goals. And they've been that for over 25 years. I thought they were the most adorable, in-love couple.
But their marriage has come under scrutiny. In 2020, Pinkett Smith baring her soul on the Red Table Talk, discussing a relationship with rapper August Alsina during a 2016 separation.
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
The nature of their relationship has become fodder for comedians, like Rebel Wilson at this year's BAFTAs.
Will Smith winning for King Richard. But personally, I thought his best performance in the past year has been being okay with all of his wife's boyfriends.
After taking so many jokes about his marriage, now perhaps it's his career that's on the line. The Academy tonight saying it will continue to move forward with disciplinary proceedings.
Does this mar Will Smith's reputation forever?
I think it remains to be seen if this mars Will Smith's reputation. I think a lot of people are waiting for him to do that big, bold sit-down interview to get a little bit more of that transparency and go beyond what he said in that statement.
And up next, our exclusive interview with the man in charge of the Oscar broadcast.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.